his blogs and videos. Look, Mike, I know there are sometimes surprises in fall baseball, but kind of surprised to see Sykes Orvis as the answer at third base.
Well, that'll show you, the other side of it, of how many injuries we've had. And,
Right.
we started the fall about 4 weeks ago, and I remember sitting in some staff meetings with the coaches, and we remarked about how much depth that we had and how many players we had at each position, and but how quickly that goes. We've had a ton of injuries this fall, and so when you play your annual red-blue scrimmage, you end up putting a first baseman at third base and some pitchers out there playing some positions. But Sykes has had a tremendous fall, offensively.
Yeah.
But this was his, second start at third.
Now, have all the injuries been in the fall, or was there some carryover at the end of the season? Or?
Some carryover as far as Brady Bramlett and
Yeah.
some guys like that, Jacob Wagas back, and some guys that are recovering and whatnot. But some of them happened in the fall as well, and nothing besides Brady and Ryan Leone, a recruit. Everybody else should be back. Of course by springtime, but maybe in the next few weeks.
Now, how has that impacted what you've been able to do in the fall? Have you been able to do what you wanted to do?
We have, and but you're just disappointed for those kids.
Yeah.
They want to show what they can do, and of course they want the reps, and we want to see them out there. But for the most part, we've gotten everything in, what we've wanted, and even at times with a limited set of guys out there, even the injured guys are out there, even though they may not be in the live rep. They're getting to see. If we're putting in a bunt defense or pickoff or something like that, they're getting the information and getting the system.
And typically, what is the fall about? Is it just about the system, introducing it to new players, or what goals do you have?
That's what it is. It's of course you can't help but evaluate, and you're trying to define some roles for guys on the mound and in the field. But at the end of the day, we have to take this time. I would assume, just like spring football, we have to take this time to make sure everybody's on the same page on the team defensive stuff and the team offensive stuff. The Coach Godwin's going to be with the hitters and explaining to them what we do every day as an offense, and of course Coach Lafferty, myself with the pitchers, going through bullpens and just what we do on the mound as far as a pitching staff. But again, some of it as well is just trying to evaluate and see where you are and where you're going to be come February 14th.
You mentioned Sykes. Who else among the regulars or the veterans, I guess, has stood out, has had a good fall?
Well, Austin Anderson's had a really good fall. Will Allen got off to a really good start before he got injured and hurt his thumb. And Preston Overby, before he got injured and injured his back, was having a really good fall for us. Austin Bosfield looks terrific out in center field as usual. So it's kind of been a neat group because although we have a lot of new faces out there, when you look at this team, there's also a lot of returners as well and guys that have played a lot of innings for us.
Has it been a mixed blessing? I guess I know you want guys healthy, but to get the newcomers as many reps as they've gotten?
Yeah, and it's one of those where not only have they got the reps, but they've had to been on the big stage. They've had to play certain positions and been moved up in the lineup in inter-squad games. So, I think it's good to watch guys like Errol Robinson and Dalton Doolin and Henry Lertig behind the plate, J.B. Woodman out in the outfield, guys like that, having to play, pretty substantial roles in the fall.
You got some nice publicity, I guess, for that group of newcomers this week with
Yes.
the ranking, the Baseball America. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, just, you're proud of Coach Lafferty and Coach Godwin and the work that they do on the road. And this is a tremendous class and, one of the best, when you look at it, when they're on the field. On paper, it looks great, but on the field, guys that are, certainly going to contribute this year's true freshmen.
Now, at what positions do you feel like this class needs to help you in the spring?
Well, that's kind of hard to decide right now, but when you look at it, Harold Robinson has looked terrific at shortstop. Certainly we're going to need, one of the guys to run out there in the outfield. Certainly on the mound, some of those young guys are going to have to pitch. Certainly another infielder, maybe at second or third, will have to have some substantial playing time. So there are going to be several roles for these freshmen.
Mike, thanks a lot, man.
All right, man.
This is an exciting day for you. Alma Mater's here, and all that. I know you still get caught up on it.
We're trying to debate if we're even going to the game or not. I got a son playing over in Pope, Mississippi, wherever that is, playing football. So
where?
Pope, Mississippi. I think it's south of Batesville. So I'm supposed to meet with the recruits, shower, go home, and my wife will let me know if we're going to the game or watching it on TV.
It's been my experience since I've been here since '89. If you don't know where something is, it's in the Delta.
Well, at least it's real close. There's no doubt.
See you later.